Hello, my name is Yana Gorley and I am a freshman soccer player here at the University of Iowa. Today, I will be talking about the present issues in society regarding gender pay gaps. Through the lawsuit presented by the United States Women's National Soccer Team against the United States Soccer Federation for violating the Equal Pay Act, which requires equal pay for equal work. I will be discussing both ends of the controversial arguments that come along with equal pay for equal play, and how establishing a new outlook on issues could potentially bring more success to female athletes. There are several arguments going against equal compensation for both male and female athletes. For example, it was said that female athletes don't generate enough revenue compared to their male counterparts. FIFA even reached out to the women's national team and said they could never sell enough tickets to play in the same venues as men. In other words, women don't deserve equal pay not because they aren't talented athletes, but because they don't have nearly the same drawing power to bring in the same kind of money that the male athletes do. The federations argue that if they want more money, simply make more money. Find a way to generate both more revenue and support in their international level of women's sports. On the other hand, it has been proven historically that the men's team has brought more money to the United States Soccer Federation. However, this was proven to be true in years past. This argument is not still relevant in today's time. For example, the National Women's Soccer Team was able to bring attention to this issue by starting the most powerful women's sports movement in history. They completely shut down this argument in the 2015 World Cup game. The United States Women's National Team had more than 90,000 people in attendance, the largest crowd to ever attend a women's sporting event. Additionally, this game was also the most watched soccer game in United States history, with 26.7 million viewers, surpassing every single men's World Cup match. In the following 2016 year, the U.S. team also brought in more revenue than the men's, and they were expected to outperform the men in both revenue and profit in the 2017 season. The women's national team has contributed nearly half of the federation's revenue, beginning from 2016 to 2018. Generating about $900,000 more in revenue than the men's national team's games. Additionally, following the 2015 World Cup win, the U.S. team has surpassed the men's games by generating around $1.9 million more dollars. This is very impressive considering that the United States Soccer Federation has set a much lower ticket price for the women's games compared to the men's. Another argument presented by a women's sport federation is that male and female athletes acquire different abilities and skills. They say that it cannot be a sexist stereotype to recognize the lung capacity and muscle composition that is required for two different jobs. Additionally, there is said to be a performance gap between 10 to 12% amongst elite male and female athletes. This indicates that competing at a men's national team level requires an overall higher level of skill based on speed and strength. They state that the U.S. women's national team could only compete successfully at the 16 to 17-year-old boys national team level. They close out this argument by stating that this is not an argument of who is stronger, men or women, but in fact reiterating the documented biological differences between men and women, and this is why we have separate teams and competition put in place for male and female athletes. In other words, women are fighting this issue that they don't deserve equal pay simply because people don't think they're skilled enough. Yet, there have been successful female athletes who have been overlooked simply because they don't compete at the men's level. For example, 5-time Olympic gold medalist and swimmer Katie Ledecky has been labeled as less superior than Michael Phelps. Although she has won 5 gold medals, she will never be as great or able to beat Michael Phelps because of his endurance counterparts. Yet, this can't be a valid argument considering they have never competed head-to-head to make this assumption. Another prime example is female tennis player Serena Williams, who has 23 career Grand Slam singles titles, more than any other man or woman during the Open era. If she was able to compete and earn more championships than any men's tennis player, then why isn't her skill considered as equal to that of a man's? In order to help the sports industry move forward with this issue at hand, it would be ideal to eliminate these gender pay gaps altogether. However, this isn't necessarily an easily attainable goal. Although, we could start by taking an initiative and creating a policy issued by the government regarding equal pay for equal pay. This bill could potentially mandate an equal prize pool for male and female athletes in all public sports competitions. Additionally, it would set right gender inequality and provide fairness in pay based off of success. This bill could potentially be the beginning of gender equality and would bring us one step closer to equal pay. After bringing attention to the issue with this bill, we could then move on to providing equal pay and salary on top of equal prize money. Furthermore, this bill would simply bring potential to additional improvements nationwide.